going to meet the Queen of England. I never guessed when I entered that contest that I might win. There were thousands of entries.
Well, I'm just about as happy as a tornado in a trailer park.
You must be from the southern United States.
I'm from Alabama, ma'am.
I'm just a little bit nervous, though. I hope they're going to send someone to tell us how to act, so I don't make any mistakes and flub up.
Oh, I know. I've been studying. There's a great deal of difference between how foreigners should act in her presence versus her own subjects. But there are a few rules that we should know to follow. Like, don't turn your back on the Queen. First call her Your Majesty, then ma'am afterwards. Don't ask about the royal relations.
Oh, man, that's a lot of rules. I'm just going to be as quiet and proper as my granny's Easter hat.
Welcome to Buckingham Palace, and congratulations on your winning entries in the International Essay Contest. Why Queen Elizabeth II is the best queen ever.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Before we see the Queen, I must ask you for this perfunctory signing of these waivers. If you'll just sign your name at the bottom, that would be excellent. Very good, man. Yes, this is all just normal protocol. Everyone who sees the Queen must sign the waiver. All right, thank you. Now, before we begin, wait a minute, one moment. I seem to be getting a message from Palace Security. We may have a possible Code Black emergency on the Palace grounds.
Code Black?
What?
Possible terrorist attack, don't you know? Oh, I wouldn't concern yourselves. Sometimes a stray cat in the alley sets these things off. It's probably nothing. All right, now, let's go over some protocol.
Oh, I know all about it.
She's
I've
really
been
good.
studying. Don't pat the corgis if they're present. Don't call Prince Philip Your Majesty. Never turn your back on the Queen.
Yes, that's all very good. Yes, evidently you've been reading some books or something. But there's actually only a few small things that the Queen asks for foreigners such as yourselves to do in order to be considered acceptable in her presence. Let's go over them. First, the Queen requests that one of you entertain Her Majesty by singing a vocal solo.
What?
While wearing floaties.
What?
The floaties, please.
Oh, my.
Yes. Which one of you will it be now? The Queen's on a tight schedule.
I don't sing. I have absolutely no range. I'm not singing.
I only know 2 tunes. One of them Dixie, and the other one ain't.
Well, I did perform in my college talent show last month.
Excellent. You sound like
do it.
perfect lady for the job. I'm sure you'll be great, miss. Thank you very much. Second, the Queen asks one of you to divert Her Majesty by means of the hula hoop.
What?
The hooping motion must be constant during the duration of the interview.
I absolutely refuse.
Well, I guess that leaves you, my good man.
Oh, my goodness. I've been shaking my hips like this since I impersonated Elvis in Memphis on Uncle Bob's birthday.
Sounds like you have plenty of experience then, my good man. And lastly, the Queen desires that one of you pay tribute to her Welsh corgis by entering her presence on all fours.
This is absolutely preposterous. I can't believe the Queen of England is asking any of these things.
I assure you, ma'am, the Queen desires this expressly.
Well, I refuse. I won't do it.
I'm afraid you signed away your right to refuse when you signed these waivers. I'm sure you the entirety of the Queen's legal department is waiting should you demur.
All right, I'll do it.
Excellent. I'm glad that we could come to an understanding about this.
Winning contest, man.
Now, this way, please. The Queen
Well,
is waiting.
slap my mama. I can't believe I'm doing this in Buckingham Palace.
This way.
This isn't Britain's Got Talent.
Your Majesty, may I present Miss Amelia Dunstan of Vancouver, who has made the slightly unusual request.
What?
Who has made the slightly unusual request to enter Your Majesty's presence on all fours, in honor of your love for Welsh corgis. Next, our visitor from Alabama has requested to divert your majesty. Has requested to divert your majesty by means of the hula hoop. Mr. Jethro Turnbull. And finally, your majesty, may I present Miss Lacey Jones of Pittsburgh, who has requested to present a vocal solo, your majesty.
Isn't she? Let it go, let it go. Can't hold me back anymore. Let it go, let it go.
Down, and your end is near, tyrant! Down with bourgeois luxury! Down with capitalist things! Down!
Silence! Her Majesty is trying to speak.
The situation is contained. Control yourselves. No harm has been done. Almost. In situations such as these, I have always found it helpful to remember the advice from my mother. Keep calm and carry on.
Excellent advice, your majesty. Thank you, your majesty. Very wise words. All right, your interview with her majesty is at an end. Come on, this way. And I'd like to remind you that your waivers expressly forbid you from mentioning any of this to the press. Good job, everybody. Show's over.
I think that went quite well, Jenkins.
Thank you, your majesty. Would you like to do the same routine with the group from America next month?
Yes, only I was thinking it would be more fun if we could do something with lasers. Could you arrange something, Jenkins?
I shall look into it, your majesty.
Goody.